Hey guys, welcome back to Alternative Small Holding. We are in the new greenhouse today, and as promised, I am going to teach you how we grow our potatoes in pots. We've been asked many times about why we grow potatoes in pots and also how we do it. Now, we grow potatoes in pots sometimes just because it's easier. You can carry the pot around, you can move it around, and there's no digging involved. We first started growing potatoes in pots because we didn't have the space to dig trenches in the ground. We didn't have our growing spaces, so growing potatoes in pots was the option for us. We use these 30-litre pots. They already have holes around the edges and they've got handles so we can move them around quite easily. They're really good, really sturdy, last year after year after year, and this is what we use to grow our potatoes in pots. I know that you can get them from Oakland nurseries, and we got ours from a place called JTF Warehouse. I'll put a link below. I don't know if they deliver, but if you've got one near you, you can get them, and they were about, I think they were £2.60 each, so not expensive, and they will last year after year after year. So now that we've got our growing space, we don't tend to grow all of our potatoes in these pots. We only tend to grow our first and second earlies in here. We have a couple of buckets of our main crops. Today I'm going to show you how we grow our first early potatoes. So first early potatoes are your salad potatoes. They're the ones that don't typically store very well, and you'll get small, nice waxy potatoes that you have for your salads, and they boil really nicely. And these typically take about 100 days from when you plant them. They are absolutely delicious and absolutely worth growing a couple of pots of. Our favourite variety is called Arran Pilot. We have tried different ones over the years, and this is definitely the one that we prefer. So these potatoes are from Wilkinson's. We couldn't find any organic ones, which was a real pain. I wanted to do a comparison video of an organic potato, a potato brought from a shop, so something that you buy to eat, a Wilkinson's potato, a JBA standard potato, and then a pound shop potato. I do have the pound shop potato and I do have the Wilkinson's potato, so at least we could do that as a comparison. So we have a pound shop variety of Arran Pilot. You don't get many in here. They're tiny, they don't look very nice, and I'm not expecting great results from them. I suppose you get what you pay for. Well, that's what we're about to find out. And then the Wilkinson's ones are more the size and quality of potatoes that I would expect from Arran Pilots. Wilkinson's potatoes, if you're wondering, are fantastic quality. I don't ever have a problem with them. I've always found that they actually get the best yields from Wilkinson's potatoes. So what I use to grow my potatoes, it's nothing fancy at all. In this pot I have chicken manure, so your standard organic chicken manure. I've just put some in here to bring over because the big pot was quite heavy. And also I use potato fertiliser from the pound shop. It's not fancy. So chicken manure, potato fertiliser from the pound shop, that's all we use, as well as compost, obviously. Hey Roo. Hey. So we use organic peat-free multi-purpose compost, and I'll bring you down here with the camera and show you how I plant them. So in there I've got 2 to 3 inches of compost. Now I get my potato fertiliser, not too much, about a handful. Same again of chicken manure pellets, and then mix that in. Seed potatoes. You're looking for good, healthy seed potatoes that they may be soft. That's normal at this time of year. They're ready to be planted. So you may have a few tiny chits on like this, which is the growing from the eye, and that's where the roots of the potato are going to come out of. So in this 30-litre pot I'm going to use 3 seed potatoes. I'm going to use this funky shape one because I like the shape of it. Normal one, 1, 2, 3 seed potatoes, and then I'm going to cover them with soil put them about 2 inches above the plant, so that's 2 inches below, put in the potatoes, and then 2 inches above. And then I'm actually going to put just about half a handful of chicken manure pellets and just mix them around in there too. All I do now is give them a good water, and then I set the pot aside somewhere frost free. Now, the thing with first earlies, they just want to grow, so they will come up quite quickly. When you see their first green come up above the surface, top it up with more compost. To keep doing that every time that the leaves break through the soil until you get to the top of the pot, and then just let them grow. Now, we are going to keep these in the greenhouse because we may still get some frost. Our night temperatures are going down to about 3 degrees on average. So we're going to keep them in here, and then I don't have to worry about the frost biting at the leaves. If the frosts do come, try and cover them with fleece, but if it does get them, don't worry too much. It will set them back, but it may not kill the plant, fingers crossed. But if you can protect them from frost, that's really what you should be doing. So that's our Wilkinson's ones done. And now, let me show you what these pound shop ones look like in comparison to the ones that we've got from Wilkinson's. Right. Not very nice. They're just comparison. Pound shop, they are actually a bit mouldy in places. They've been kept in bad conditions, so they're sprouting. They're really small, really wrinkly, and just, I'm not expecting much from them, to be honest. As a comparison, these are the Wilkinson's ones. They have their chits just about to come out. They're still a bit firm, and they're a good size, and they look a whole lot more healthier. I mean, which ones would you want to eat, or which ones would you want to grow? Pound shop, Wilkinson's, or even a seed supplier like JBA. But we're not here to judge on which one we want to eat now. We're here to see which one will grow best. So we're going to use exactly the same conditions, exactly the same pot, exactly the same amount of seed potatoes, and we're going to see which will work better. Pound shop or Wilkinson's. Couple of inches of compost again, about a handful of the pound shop potato fertilizer. This usually has organic on the box, but it's not Soil Association approved organic, so I imagine that's why they've had to remove that off there. So we've got 3 seed potatoes. In fact, I'm not going to use that one because it is mouldy, so let's put that one down. Okay, so we've got the 3 seed potatoes. We've got one that isn't as sprouted as the others, one that is a little bit like an alien, and one that's in the middle. This one that's like an alien, I am going to leave all of these chits on the sprouts just as they are, because that's a comparison of how you buy them from that shop. Handful of chicken manure, mix it in. One, 2, 3 seed potatoes. Let's fill that. Let's fill it back up. So there we go, that is the compost topped up. I'm going to put just a little bit more chicken manure and fertiliser on the top, a sprinkle, mix that around a bit more. And then, where did I put it? Pound shop. In there. Wilco's in that one. So that's our seed potatoes planted. These are our first early potatoes. Our variety that we're choosing is Arran Pilot. We've showed you today how we plant our potatoes in pots. Some people have different ways of doing things, but I've been asked to show you how we do it, and we get the yields that we do. If you are interested in our potato reveals so you can see what we typically get out of one of these 30-litre pots, I will link it down below, or you can see it in the card above now. So today is the first day of spring. It is the spring equinox, so we thought it was a wonderful day to start our potatoes. Some people start their first earlies on St. Patrick's Day, but it's always around the same kind of week. It's the mid to late March. We hope that you will join us in growing potatoes in pots this year and that you get fantastic yields as well. If anybody else has got any top tips for growing potatoes in pots, pop them in the comments below so that everybody else can see your tips too. Take care, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.